Hey guys, alright, so I know it's been a very long time since I've done a video. I am 30 weeks and, let's see, 3 days today. Everything so far is going good, for the most part. Let's see, I have to backtrack and update you guys on everything that's been going on. If you have me on my YouTube, Facebook, I update it there as much as I can, when I can, and when I remember. I was put on bed rest last month. What was it, the 2nd of November? I had a doctor's appointment with my maternal fetal medicine doctor. Oh, sorry, I'm so out of breath. And at the appointment, when they, when they take you back there, because what they do at my appointments is, you check in, you get your hospital band, you sit down and you wait, and then they call you back there just so they can do the weight, the urine sample, and your blood pressure, and then they call your spouse back there. So that day they did everything. Then when they did my blood pressure, it was 175 over 106, which was very high. The nurse left right away. She had somebody else come in there do it, and it was the same. And then they left me there for just a little bit longer, and then they're like, you know what, we're just gonna move you to the ultrasound room. So I was like, okay. So they moved me to the ultrasound room. My husband was already in there waiting for me, and once like 5-10 minutes passed by, and another nurse went in there, a third nurse went in there, did my blood pressure, and it went down a little bit. It went down to I think it was like 169 over, like, I want to say it was like 96 or something like that. It was still high. So the ultrasound tech went in, she did all the measurements and everything, and I kind of figured something was going on because of the fact that she just kept like focusing on the baby's umbilical cord and focusing on blood flow and stuff like that, and she wasn't really talking too much to us and letting us know, this is baby this is baby that. I mean, every once in a while, the first thing that she showed us was the baby was on her belly, and then the baby flipped over, and then she just started looking at, like, she didn't even look at the heart at that point. She wasn't looking at that. She was looking at, like, the belly, the head. What else did she look at? Fluids and stuff like that. So it wasn't that long of an ultrasound, to me at least, because usually they're like 25 to 40 minutes. This one was kind of in between. Well, it was and it wasn't. To me, I think more so it's because the wait and then having the doctor come in felt like it took forever. I'm trying to get comfortable here. Oh, sorry guys. So she left, and she had me keep a towel covered up or whatever. So when the doctor went in, if the doctor wanted to do a quick ultrasound before he talked to me, he can. So as soon as she left, within 2 minutes, Dr. Steinberg, which is Dr. Hanif's partner, came in, and he was in there maybe 10 seconds, and then they rushed us off to the labor and delivery. So let's see, he walked in, he didn't even have time to close the door. He tells me, like, your blood pressure is very high, it's dangerously high, I can't let you go home. We're gonna have a nurse come in there, come in here and walk you down to labor and delivery, so we can do some closer monitoring. Sorry. And I was looking at my husband like, okay, and trying to hold back the tears, like, wow, what's going on? Why labor and delivery? Like, I don't know. So I was like, okay. So he left, and then the nurse came in. She had us sit out in the waiting room. We were in the waiting room for about 15 minutes, and she had to get a lot of paperwork together. She had to get a copy of my file, so she can take with us to labor and delivery, so that way they knew exactly what was going on. Doctor's orders. Also, Dr. Steinberg said that he wanted me to do a 24-hour urine sample, or urine collection and stuff like that, to check for preeclampsia, and I had so many things going on in my mind that day. So the nurse came out and she walked us down to labor and delivery, and we went in there. They hooked me up to the monitor. First they had me go pee, and then they hooked me up to the monitor, and then from there, we were there. Let's see, that appointment was at 8:40, I think. It's really early. We were in labor and delivery for 2.5, almost 3 hours, just getting monitored. She was going crazy. The baby was going crazy. She just kept moving around. She didn't want that thing on me. It was just so sweet. It was the strongest feelings that I ever felt her. But I was still, I was exhausted because I didn't sleep good. For some reason, I haven't been able to sleep good at night, and the night before, or the day before, I had worked, and I had to pick up my husband from work after he got out of work, so he gets out like pretty late, and so I just had so many things on my mind, and just there, just relaxing, and I guess my blood pressure went down. It was 149 over 86 or something like that. They finally discharged me. They said, no contractions, the baby's doing good. To call my OB as soon as I leave the hospital, because they gave me like the little collection thing, and the stuff that you need to do your 24-hour urine sample, or urine collection. They gave me everything, and they said, okay, you need to call your doctor right away, set up an appointment. He wants to see you tomorrow, and he wants you to bring in your sample so you can turn it into him, and he can set it off and stuff like that. So I was like, okay. So as soon as I left there, I had to go back to the maternal fetal wing, because it's in the same hospital. I had to go back to the maternal fetal medicine wing to go and get set up the appointment for 3 weeks, because they wanted to see me in 3 weeks, not 2 or not 4. And what else? And something else. Oh, some paperwork, just so I can give to my doctor, just in case they didn't have a time to fax it over to him before I seen him the next day. I called my doctor as soon as I was walking in the parking lot, and my nurse, her name is June, came on, and she told me, she goes, hey, you know what, I just want to let you know, he wants you on bed rest. Go straight home, stay in bed. So I'm like, okay, great. I'm like, I'm starving. I'm gonna have to have, my husband make something, because I'm starving. I'm at the point of nausea, and by now I was just like, I was so dizzy. I had so many things going on in my mind, and I'm like, oh, well, okay. So went home, relaxed the rest of the day, had the appointment with him the next day. I called because I had those 2 days off. I had that Tuesday and Wednesday, or Wednesday and Thursday, whatever days they fell on. I had the next day off, and I went in, I took him the sample. They did my blood pressure was 148 over 96, so it was still high. He told me, okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to put you on bed rest. I'm going to give you a prescription for Lovenox again, because I had to be put back on Lovenox. I still had 1 refill left, so I had to call. I ordered it through Walgreens Pharmacy. It's like a delivery service, because it's so high in price, and it's a higher class of medicine. I think every time I see the invoice, it says it's $998.98 or something like that. It's almost $1,000 a month for 30 days of injections, and my insurance company only lets us do so much through retail before we have to order online. So I had to call them. I had to set that up, and he's like, you're gonna be on bed rest. He sent me home with a doctor's note, just so I can give to my doctor, or to my boss, as well as instructions to call partner services, just like HR and stuff like that, to set up for my FMLA and disability and stuff like that, because I was not allowed to go back to work. they did blood work at the hospital. You know what? And that's one thing. They did blood work at the hospital the day before on the 2nd, and the blood work came back normal. It didn't come back like too high. They said it was, you know, elevated, but not, you know, to where it's gonna cause something. So in his office the next day, he calls me and he tells me, okay, hey, you know, you gotta, what did he tell me? He goes, your results came back. There were 216 points of protein in your urine or whatever. And I'm like, okay, so what's that? And you know, what's that mean? He's like, 300, you have preeclampsia, you're diagnosed with preeclampsia. 216, I mean, you're very, you know, you're elevated, you're very elevated, you're close to that mark to where we're like, okay, we have to really do something now. And it got me nervous, and I was like, okay, so what now? So I had to go back in there and talk to him about just things I needed to keep an eye out on. At that point, I think I told you guys last pregnancy update in October that I was having dizziness, and sometimes I would see like floating spots, and my hands were swelling and stuff like that, and everybody was telling me, you know, that's normal, that's normal. Well, my doctor told me that it's not normal, especially because of the fact that I was taken off of the Lovenox you know, was it once I was in second trimester, that Lovenox can cause, being off of it, like getting off of it completely, can cause blood clots. It can cause you know, long-term effects during a pregnancy. And so he told me, he goes, just make sure that you write down everything that happens. Call me if you need to every day, you know, page me if anything goes on. So I was still having swelling for the month of November. The end of November, the 28th or 29th, I had an appointment again with my high-risk doctor. Oh, let me back up real quick. So the next day on the 3rd, when I had went in for my appointment with my OB, he had told me that the baby's umbilical cord was kind of short. It's on the short end. Instead of being long and wavy, like I guess that's how they usually are, hers is shorter and straighter. Straight. And it could just be, you know, a girl thing. It could be many different factors. He said that because of the resistance showed that, you know, she's getting blood flow to her, and it's at a level where it's good enough, but she was measuring just a little smaller. You know, it's just something they need to keep an eye on. So that's what lately have every ultrasound that I get with the high-risk doctor, that's the first thing that they check. But yeah, they said she was doing good, her heart rate was good. Now it's just I see my OB every single week, and you know, I just go from there. I see him every week, and we check my blood pressure. He checks the baby's heartbeat, and we just talk about what happened that, you know, that whole week that I haven't seen him. So let's see. Last week, okay. At the end of the month, at the end of November, I want to say, what day was it? It was November 29th or December 1st or something like that, that I had my appointment. And you know what? Let me look at the calendar real quick. It was the 30th. The 30th, I had my appointment with I'm out of breath, with the high-risk doctor. My blood pressure was very high. It was 150 something. Oh, I can't remember. It was like 157. It was high. So he wants me to do my blood pressure every day, which I asked my OB the next week. I even called him that day, and he said, don't even worry about it. He goes, because we're doing it every week. If you do it every day, it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to give you off things, because some days you're not necessarily laying down the whole day, or if you're not laying down on your left side the longest, and you lay down on your right side, or you lay down on your back, you get up to go to the bathroom more, especially because I've been having a lot of pressure and shooting pain in like my crotch area. That's gonna send my blood pressure up. He said, just do it once a week. We'll do it here at the office. So So lately I've just been getting my blood pressures done at the office. Last week though, I had my appointment with my OB, with Dr. Cassidy, and my blood pressure was 128 over something. It was really low. It was low compared to what it's been like the last 3 months. And I didn't see Dr. Cassidy because he had 2 emergency C-sections. He had one lady go into labor and another one that had to be induced. So he had back-to-back surgeries. And so I seen Dr. Hawkins, which is his partner, and he just told me to make sure that I watch out for any mucusy over what did he say? Excuse me, how did he say it? Too much mucus discharge, or like a lot of mucus discharge, what could be the mucus plug, any spotting, swelling, what else did he tell me, contractions and stuff like that. From last week to this week, the crotch pain has gotten very, very hard. It's to the point to where I can't bend over to grab something off the floor. It's hard for me to get out of bed. I have to breathe through it. Let's see what else. In and out of the car for my appointments, I'm in tears almost, because it's just like if I spread my legs out just enough, I get a sharp pain. Today it started going up my lower back, so that's something that I've just been keeping an eye on. Braxton Hicks contractions, I've been getting them regularly. Well, I've been getting them the last, I want to say, at first I wasn't paying attention to them, and now I am. The last 3 days they've been getting worse and worse. They're like anywhere between, let's see, 20 minutes to maybe 2 hours apart, which isn't bad. I've just been keeping an eye on them. Sometimes I have to breathe through them, especially at night, and it just happens at night when I'm getting ready for bed. And I'm just keeping an eye on that. Let's see what else. Dr. Cassidy has me doing another 24-hour urine, so I started that today. I have to take it to the hospital tomorrow, drop it off, and we'll just wait for the results. I had blood work done last week on Thursday. I had it done on Thursday, and that was to check my liver enzymes or something like that, protein, and my what do they call it? Platelet level, I think that's what they call it. Just because I'm on blood thinners, they need to make sure that they're working and make sure everything's going good. Let's see what else. I'm trying to think if there was anything else that I'm missing. It's been so long, and I do apologize for not doing a video sooner. It's just with everything that's gone on in the last literally month, I've been taking it day by day, basically. It's hard because I've never made it this far, and I know some people are probably like it's weird because I ask a lot of questions to my friends and stuff like that, and like on Twitter too, I ask a lot of questions, and I had one girl private message me and ask me, sorry, my phone's ringing. I had one girl private message me and asked me, or tell me that shouldn't I just be happy that I'm pregnant? And I'm like, yeah. I was like, but the difference is I never made it this far. Needless to say, I don't talk to her anymore. I did block her. It was just, I don't need that negativity. I look out to people for support, and it's kind of hard when you're trying to get these questions, and I don't, as much as my doctor's there for like everything, I don't want to keep having to call him every 15 minutes and say, hey, this is happening, is this normal? When I have, friends that have been through it before. I know every pregnancy is different, so we'll see what goes on. I'm hoping that these results come back normal, or come back no higher than they were last month, maybe hopefully lower. Not, we talk about induction, and we talk about things we have to talk about. But anyways, this video is very long. It's 20 minutes, and I do apologize. I will come back with a mini part 2 type of thing, because I've gotten a lot of questions about different things, and I just wanted to go through and answer them really quick. So I'll be back in a second.